man. That's all smoke and mirrors, you know.
Well,
Hey,
Ian,
this is Johnny Beane, live, 5 o'clock p.m. Look at this. Is it 5 o'clock where you guys are?
8 o'clock.
Oh, 8 o'clock. My bad. Let's see, May 31st. Hey, only one more sleep till June, apparently.
That's right.
Wow. Who's in here? Looks like there's a couple guys looking at me.
I'm not looking. Trust me.
You're looking better, though. I like that. You look a lot better, you know?
Love the new angle. Thank
Yeah.
you. Let's see if we can keep it this way. My dog's not going to be happy because I have her dog bone box, but that's what my computer's sitting on. Randy.
What are you sitting on? Phone book?
No, I'm 6 foot. That would be your job. Dave's sitting on all the milk bones, and the computer's sitting on the milk bones.
Man. Yeah. When I drive, I actually sit on 3 phone books, you know, and I've got the cinder blocks tied to my feet.
Mm-hmm.
You know? Hey, I think I said this was Johnny. Who else is in here? Looks like we got Dave.
Hi. Hi, Dave.
And is it Ron?
Ron is back from the dead.
Dang.
How's everybody doing? It's
up,
good
man?
to see you guys. Good, Johnny. It's great to see you again. And Dave, you know, you and I have been chatting too a little bit, but no, I've been good, guys. It's great to be on. I unfortunately only have about 25 minutes because I have to pick up my daughter tonight, but you will see more of me. It's been kind of I don't want to see any more of you. Just the top half is fine.
I think, but you've seen more. You have seen more of him, right? He's been over there.
Yeah. Oh, that's right. Dave's seen it all. Unfortunate.
Walking to and from the shower.
Ex-girlfriends and everything. No, it's been kind of a crazy few weeks. For those of you guys that don't know, my dog Rogan passed away a few weeks ago. He was my best buddy. You guys saw him on some of the chats. It was unexpected. I had him on a Sunday night, and he was with me, and everything was great. And then the next night, my ex-wife called, and she said something was wrong with him. So I'm flying over to the house, and he had what was called stomach bloat. The stomach twists, and it's a random thing, and it only happens. There's no rhyme or reason for it. And he was in really rough shape. He couldn't breathe. So I picked him up, and I rushed him down to the vet ER. And the surgery was going to be about $9,000, and it was only about 40% chance it would work. And he was only 5 years old. I mean, he was in great shape, and I had to make probably one of the hardest decisions ever. But I mean, it was the only decision because he was suffering. I had to have him put down, and that pretty much knocked me out. That was hard. So I lost my buddy. But on the other side of that, it took me a few days to realize, and Dave and Johnny both were instrumental in kind of being there for me. As well as my family and stuff. I buried him and everything over at the house with the kids and the ex-wife and all that. But he had 5 great years, and we gave him 5 great years. He was a rescue dog. We got him when he was 4 months old. And if we didn't get him, he would have gone to a high kill shelter, and he probably would have got put down anyway. So the good news is we gave him 5 great years, and he, you know, for whatever reason, God decided to take him, and hey, he's having a great time in the Rainbow Bridge, so that's awesome. So I miss him, but it is what it is. I still got my cat. And on another good note, I've started dating this young lady, and she's a real sweetheart, and things are going well. So job's going good. My son is graduating on Friday from high school, Connor, and my daughter's turns 13 tomorrow. So a lot of good things going on. So it's not all dim and grim, and it's great to see everybody. Wow. And Dave, I'm coming out to see you in a couple of weeks. And how if I see you first? Just so you know, I was talking to Chris Hubbard the other day, and sometime in July or August, and we'll let you know. We were both on the phone with Scott Smith. We're going to plan a trip. Hubbard's going to fly into Massachusetts. I'm going to pick him up. Hubbard's going to stay at my place for he's going to take a week off. He's going to stay with me for a couple of days. Chris and I are going to drive out to see you, spend some time with you, and then if you want to come with us, that's great. If you don't, that's fine too, but we're going to drive out to see Scott Smith. and we're gonna see Pete. We're gonna make the rounds, and we're gonna do it in about a week. Then come back to my place for a night or two, and then I'll drop him off at the airport, and he's gonna fly home. So that's kind of what we're thinking of doing in probably sometime in August. Give you a heads up. I'm gonna be out to see you in a couple of weeks.
Me?
Yeah. No, Dave and I are coming out to see you.
Dave's finally coming out, huh?
Dave, where are you coming out of?
I'm joking. I'm kidding.
You're not getting me to come out to California, not without my. If I don't go to Texas first, I'll be single again.
You need to get your butt to Texas first. Then you to California. Well, Dave, you can always bring Texas to California.
Tex-Mex, right?
Yeah, Tex-Mex.
Or no, that's Texas, Mexico. Yeah. Cool. Well, hey everybody. Look, everybody's here.
Yeah.
Everyone is in here. I can't even hear anything.
Huh?
What?
Yeah, I know. I've been pretty much just knocked out the past couple days. I said, I had said allergies were not going to get me or whatever, and something snuck in, So, I've been a mess past couple days, but it's been crazy busy. It's been insanity over here.
Your Wolfgang changed colors from blonde to black. What happened?
I know. What's up with that?
My Wolfgang changed colors.
You went to plaid.
That's right. Hey, Brian Davies. Brian, what's up, man?
What's up, Brian?
Bill Camporis. Brownies? Bill is saying, no brownies. Although, I guess I could. I guess I could do the brownies. I mean,
Brownies.
everyone else right here does.
And weed brownies?
Huh? Anyway, yeah. Hey, Brent. Hey, man. So anyway, yeah, I've just been, I wasn't going to say I've been sick, but yeah.
You can say.
We can all hear it in your voice.
You can tell?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, I woke up, Monday. Woke up Monday and just was kind of itchy throat, but that was it. Like, no. Woke up Tuesday. Woke up today. Hopefully I'm going to wake up tomorrow and it's going to be all good,
Yeah.
So.
Wait a second. You woke up. You say that again. You woke up Monday.
Yeah.
Then you woke up Tuesday.
I did.
It's a blues song. I don't know.
That's supposed to go with the da da da.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You woke up with wood?
Oh no.
No.
This is not that kind of show.
The guitar neck.
Oh, yeah. You wake up with a guitar.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I wake up with wood.
There's people that sleep with their guitars, so technically, I guess they do wake up with wood.
Mine sits, the one that I'm playing at the time sits right next to me on a stand by my bedside.
I'll bet it does stand.
It does.
Oh, that's actually, you're right, Dave. I have seen that. Dave's not lying. He does have, the last time I was there and we did our, did our deal together, the guitar was on a stand right next to his bed. It was.
Mm-hmm.
Whichever one it is that I'm playing. Oh, I can see now. Look at that.
Yeah.
Let there be light.
Dirty classes.
Yeah.
So yes. Anyway, thank you everybody for jumping in here.
Yeah.
Wolfgang Wednesday, we call the Wednesdays.
Yeah.
So here we are. We've missed you guys. Yeah, sorry we weren't on Monday. It was Memorial Day, but that wasn't the reason we weren't on. I was out of town Monday. So yeah, that's why we weren't on.
Right. Hey everyone! Everyone, let me know if you actually like the angle of the way things look on my end.
The only thing I would do, Dave, is I would adjust the camera a little bit so you can see the whole EVH sign. That's the one.
Well, see, that's the problem.
Other than that, it's great. Yeah,
You just need like a slight. Remember that bridge I had? You just need a slight angle,
He just got it. He got it.
like a neck angle, like the guy was talking about the other day.
You need to be like that.
Well,
How
no.
about like this? How about like that?
There. Oh, there we go. That's better.
Yeah, that's better.
Top of
Right?
Dave's head. I always think Dave's head. We're going blind. We're going blind.
Oh, you guys.
Oh, that's good. That's cool. That's good. Perfect. That's great.
Plug
So
this
I got some new projects. Well, actually, there's actually 3 guitars that eventually they're all going to go in sequence. There's one I'm going to show you tonight, and then there's one that's going to hopefully be coming within the next week and a half, which is going to be my red EVH Wolfgang that's having the kill switch put in it right now. That now has the ebony with stainless fretted neck on it, which is just getting tweaked. And then when I go out to see Dave, hopefully I have that red guitar before I go see Dave, but if I don't, these two will be flip-flopped. I'll finally have my black and white EVH red. And Dave's been hanging on to it for me for a while. But I have this guitar now that some of you guys might already know about. You want me to talk about it now?
Well, you're only going to be here another 10 minutes, so yeah.
Right. So I got this real quick. The way it all went down was.
Sorry, Rob. We're out of time.
Yeah,
Next.
Good
to see you, man.
I'll see you guys. So Hubbard calls me. Chris Hubbard calls me about a week and a half ago, and he goes, "Dude," he goes, "there's a green Wolfgang special on Reverb you got to check out." And he goes, "I really want it, but I'm just not." I'm not set up financially to grab it and everything. I'm like, all right. So I went on and checked on it because I was looking for a, hang on one sec, guys. So because I was looking for a green special because I had one before and I got rid of it and I regretted it. And then Dave got one and I was thinking of doing the sustainer thing like Ed did and all that. So I got on Reverb and I found it and it was a beautiful, beautiful guitar. And the price was pretty much right where it should have been. And I'm like, man, I don't know. It's like, if I buy it, then I got to do the sustainer mod and everything and ship it out and have someone do the routing. And I'm like, it's manageable, but I just started kind of thinking about it. Like, I don't know. So,
well, before you go any further, I would have given you mine for that one because I wanted to do that with, I wanted a regular one. I would have given you mine.
Well, if I hadn't seen what I was just about to see, I would have done it because I wasn't going to let it go by because I really like the green one. So anyways, I scroll down a little bit and I see this beautiful Wolfgang guitar with a sustainer. And right off the bat, I'm like, that looks like Hubbard's guitar. That looks like Hub's guitar. And I'm looking through it. I'm like, that's Hub's guitar. So I called him right back. I'm like, dude, what's going on? He goes, well, I got this up for sale because, I'm probably going to try to grab that green one and whatever. And I got some other projects. I'm like, I want that guitar. And it was a split decision because when he made this guitar, which I'll show you in a couple of minutes, I remember what I was so fascinated about was how he combined 2 eras. And I'll explain it in a second. I was totally blown away. And I'm like, I want that guitar. So I said, take it down from Reverb, and I threw a price at him, like, will you accept it? And he goes, yep, I'll take it for you. He gave me a really good deal on it. He dropped the price pretty significantly for me as a friend because we've done a lot for each other, and like all of us do. And it still afforded him enough that he needed in order to get the green one. So I paid him like instantly via PayPal. And he was able to get the green one, which you guys are probably seeing on Facebook, Instagram, whatever, and you'll see more of it when he's done. So I got this guitar, and I was totally blown away. And I'll show it to you here. It is a PV Wolfgang special. I don't know what year it is, but it's a deluxe special. And as you can tell, it's got the 5150 logo on it. It's got the PV bridge, the D-tuner. That is an EVH pickup. It's not a PV pickup. It's an EVH. Fernandez humbucker sustainer, which is technically just a single coil. That's what they all are, but it looks like a humbucker, so it fits better. I like the look of this better, actually. It's got a beautiful top on it. Really, really, really nice neck. And Hubbard also upgraded the tuning pegs to Perloid. And I'll show you the back. Obviously, he did an incredible job on the route for the sustainer. He's got the 9-volt battery cover and everything in there, just like Dave's. And the guitar is in immaculate condition. I'm probably going to put a trem stopper in it. And it's really, really nice hard rock maple neck. Beautiful, beautiful guitar. And as you can tell, it's got the 2 switches here. The switch here is what engages the sustainer from regular pickup mode to sustainer mode. And then the switch right here will, if it's in the down position, it will just continue to feed back the note. But if you click it up, it will now turn that note into a like a pinched harmonic, like a feedback note. And I'll show it to you in a minute. It's got the 2004 cord thing that Ed would run the guitar cable through into it, and he would also hold on to it a lot when he was doing his shenanigans. It's got a bunch of different eyelets in it. Now, I've added some extra stuff, and I have one more thing that I'm going to add here, the little mic clip. Now, the thing about this guitar is it's a combination of basically 2 tours. It's a combination of the 98 tour, the Van Halen 3 tour, when Ed, the Year to the Day guitar, which was just a basic special, Sunburst special, with a sustainer, and he had the mic clip thing here with a rod that stuck out. That's how he ran his cable. He didn't have this thing at the time, or this ring here, the eyelet here. And it's a combination of the 2004 E.V. Wolfgang Standard that at the end of the tour, the very end of the tour, he added the 5150 stickers, and he also used that guitar in 98 as well. And it's a combination of a third guitar, which is the Sunburst guitar that he used in 04, the Cherry Burst, excuse me, which also had the sustainer. So it's kind of a combination of 3 guitars from 2 eras. So my thing that I wanted to do was because it's a combination of 3 guitars from 2 eras, I wanted the rod from the 04 era, and I want the mic clip from the 98 era. I'm not going to have the rod that sticks way out here, but I want the little clip. So that's the last thing he sent me. And I'll tell you, this guitar is just, it's a lot of fun. I don't know how garbled it's going to be, but I'll just show you just real quick. You know, it sounds amazing.
Hours and hours of that, huh? What are your neighbors thinking?
He had a lot of band with him.
That's cool, man.
It's a lot of fun, and it will just literally sustain until the 9-volt battery runs out. And it is just so much fun.
Or until the cops break the door down.
Yeah, all the cops break the door down. And the funny thing is, I used to sit there and listen to the 04 live recordings, which you have a lot of, and I would always say to myself, gosh, that sustainer is so annoying, because he abused the hell out of the thing in 04. He just really did. And I never had a guitar with a sustainer in it, and all of a sudden now I'm like, this thing is so cool. I can't stop abusing the hell out of this sustainer. So I can see why he did in 04, because it's a lot of fun. It's a great guitar. It's awesome. I mean, I'm sure Dave loves his. And the thing about it is, I've never actually played a sustainer guitar. I've never had one with it. I've never, in 20-something years, I've never had a guitar with a sustainer, or I've ever played one. So now my guitar collection is a little bit more complete because I always wanted one of these things. And this is like the perfect combination of a guitar that I could possibly want it on. So I got the transcript now, the sustainer. I'm happy.
The green one that you had for a while didn't have a sustainer in it?
It didn't. It was going to have it. I sent you guys pictures of it. It was a beautiful guitar, just like yours and Chris's. I had the 5150 stickers on it. At the time, which would have been about a year and a half ago, 2 years ago, my project was going to be to send it to Fernandez and have the sustainer put it in. I was pricing out sustainers to have the mod done. I was talking to Scott. I didn't really know Chris that well yet at the time, but I had plans to have it done, and then I started my divorce, and unfortunately I needed to sell the guitar to stir up some funds. And I regretted selling that green guitar. And if I ever am able to find a green special again like that, I will get it. I'll probably put the stickers on it. But now that I have this guitar, I'll probably leave it alone and have it like what Ed's it. Well, what that guitar is now.
You can say it. I don't care.
Yeah,
The way it looks now.
the way it looks now. I mean, it's right now that guitar, I believe, does not have the sustainer in it.
Correct. It has 2 Wolfgang pickups in it, and the switches are out of the guitar, so there are 2 holes in the guitar.
Right. So honestly, guys, I just wanted to say, you know, I'm having so much fun with this guitar. I had a chance to play Dave's, you know, a few months ago when I was out there. I was just blown away. They're just so much fun. So I had to jump on this. I really did, and I'm so happy. And Chris Hubbard, you're the man. This is a great great guitar. I love it. It's in immaculate condition. It's a perfect addition to my collection. I'm so happy to have it. Thank you. And now I'm out of breath because I've been talking too much.
Yeah, we'll see you soon, Rob.
Yeah, bye. No. But it is a lot of fun. I mean, these things are amazing. Johnny, you ever play one of these sustainer guitars with a guitar with a sustainer in it?
I think I played one of the Kramer sustainers.
Oh, really? Yeah.
Possibly, yeah. Long time ago. Mhm.
Yep.
Oh yeah, a lot of fun. I can see why you
They're just amazing. They're just fun to mess around with. I mean, and it's a great playing guitar too. It's just
it's kind of like when you first get one of these, you know. When you first get one of these things, it's the same thing. That's basically what all it is. It's just this built into the guitar, really. You know. Although I really dig the what was that? I really
Snapchat, sorry.
Huh?
Somebody sent me a Snapchat, sorry.
Oh. Snapchat.
It was my daughter.
Yeah, she's sitting there like this.
yeah, I know. I do have to run. Keep talking, Johnny. They are so much fun. They really are.
Yeah.
I'm sure you guys,
now I gotta get one.
you gotta get one, Johnny. You gotta get one of these.
Gotta get one.
So
Gotta
much.
get one.
Yeah, a lot of fun. So what I did was, I'll just show you guys this real quick.
Yeah, and Brian, we'll talk about that after Rob jumps. Nesdal and I will talk about that.
So here's the guitar, my guitar, and I took a picture here, and on the picture you can tell that's Ed from 04, well, 04, 05. It's the one, this one right here is the one that he's playing at his house. You can see the 5150 standard that didn't have the sustainer, and the Cherry Burst special with the sustainer. So it's kind of a double picture. So this guitar that I have is a combination of these two, and then the 98 Year to the Day guitar, which was also a, you know, kind of a combination of this. So yeah, I'm really having a lot of fun with this. It really is a great guitar.
Both those pictures of Ed in that photo were probably a good night because he didn't have samurai hair.
I know. We might have started out with the samurai hair in the one, but you know, you never know. So,
Are you gonna drive? Are we gonna see you drive over?
no, I'm gonna run. I don't want to do that because it's a little bit little crazy. But I do need to run. I just want to say it's great to see you, Johnny and Dave, and I'll be in touch. And you know, have a great night, and I will talk to you gentlemen soon. I would be here Friday night, but I can't on Friday night, unfortunately, because my son has his graduation that night, and graduation parties and everything. So I'll be tied up, but I will see you on Monday night. Or if we do something over the weekend.
Cool.
So
Yeah. Yeah, it's all good, man.
It's all good.
It's all good.
All good. All right. Have a good night, everyone.
Everyone's happy to see you, Rob.
Tell everybody I said hi. I don't have the chat box open.
You do that yourself. You just did.
It's great to see all you guys, and you'll see more of me again. It's like I said, it's been a interesting few weeks, but I hope everybody's doing well. And yeah.
Adam EVH says, "Bye, Rob. Sorry about your loss."
Thank you very much, Adam. I appreciate it. Hey, he had 5 good years, so it's all good.
Mm-hmm.
Have a good night, everybody.
See you later, Rob.
Bye. Bye, John.
All right. See you, man. Yeah. Now I'm stuck with you.
You don't have
to. You guys know I'm just joking around, right? Showman Blues says, "Hey, Desiree." Hey, Showman. Brian Davies. Who else is in here? Adam EVH. Tone Talk. Hey, you guys. I was going to say, tune in to Tone Talk this Friday at 9. I hear they've got a very special program. 9 Eastern, that is. Lynn. Hey, Lynn. Good evening, Johnny and Dave says, what's that guy's name? Wentz. Joe Wentz.
Lots of people here.
Yeah. Brian. Everybody. Everybody. Thanks for jumping in, everybody. So what? I know one thing that we can talk about. Brian.
Talk about your Wolfgang behind you.
Huh? That one?
Yeah.
That's the Wolfgang. Excuse me. Say something.
I've got nothing to say. There you go.
Yeah. You don't want to see that. Yeah. Hang on. Oh yeah. You're welcome. Tone Talk. Yeah, tune into Tone Talk. Or tone into Toon Talk. You guys better grab that domain. This Friday, 9 Eastern. They've got some cool stuff going on, those guys. Yeah, Showman. Look at that. Yeah, my Wolfgang changed colors, basically.
Yeah.
No, that's another guitar. That was the guitar that that Bozique gave me. Very, very awesome. Thank you again, Bozique. You guys can see a fly flying around. Remember, that was the body? It was just a body. Remember, I pulled out of a box. And then that neck, that's the same neck. Went with the body. Apparently, I wasn't paying attention the other day, and Dave suggested
I made a deal for Johnny.
He cut a deal, and I wasn't even paying attention. And next thing I know, next thing I know, I've got a whole guitar sitting there, and it's great. It's very awesome. It's a very, very, let's see, is that huh? Why am I getting that? Yeah. So what I did was I traded Bozique. Don't tell Rob. Rob's not here. I traded the neck that Rob gave me to Bozique for this neck.
Made sense.
Apparently. I wasn't even listening, and they cut the deal, and they both told me, okay, just mail that, and yeah. That's what happened. That's what happened.
Yeah.
So anyway, guitar is awesome, but Brian Davies, we want to discuss this. He Oh, hey, Adam EVH, on behalf of Steve Anderson, how many eggs did we get today? I want to say, I want to say 7 or 8. If you want to see how many eggs I got yesterday, go to my Instagram. It's Johnny Beane. You'll be shocked.
That's a big fly. Wow.
I know. Well, it's because the sun is shining in here. I hate it when there's a
Yeah,
fly
I'm sure
back
it's
there.
because the sun.
Well, you only see it when the sun. See.
See, sun.
I hate it when there's flies back there. But you know, that's what happens. What was I gonna say?
Get out the chopsticks. You can catch it.
I do. I actually do. There's actually chopsticks right over there. Very exciting. That's right, Lynn. What am I trying to say? What? I'm sorry. I'm not totally here, you guys. I'm actually I'm very out of it. Hey, Eduardo. What am I trying to say? Brian Davies, right?
Right.
You know how he got the white he got that white Wolfgang body,
Standard body, yes.
right? Standard body, and then he got a neck for it. Brian Davies, there you are, man. Oh, come on. What do you mean? No, I know what you're saying. You're not. I know you're not insulting me.
Who's he
Not
screwed?
this. Not this. Okay, the screws, the Wolfgang screws. They're 2 different sizes, and the fly is like showing off the guitar.
You know, backflips.
Yeah.
Is he inverted and flipping you the bird? Well, he'd have to be on top of you to do that.
What? Bozique, check it out, man.
Reference. Top Gun reference. No.
Bozique, look at that. Fully functional.
Oh, look at that. Bozique's here. His guitar is
Thanks again, man.
in Johnny's room.
Thanks again. Yes. Yeah, I put the actually the guitar's been together for how long's it been together actually?
About 3 days. 4 days. 3 or 4 days.
Really? Is that all?
3 or 4 days, yeah.
It's been a little while.
Lynn got the joke.
Goose?
Yep. He was inverted.
Hey, Pris. We can just sit here and just stare at that fly if you guys want.
That's what I'm doing.
You know?
More fun than watching you cough up a lung.
Everybody's like, thank you, Mr. BHB. Is that Bruce? Thank you, man. He says the guitar looks great. Yes, that's right, Bozique. There's grommets on that guitar. That's what I'm trying to talk. That's what I'm trying to talk about here. But that fly. Come on. Oh, that's terrible. Okay, so the screws. There's 2. The screws are in that guitar, so I can't show them off.
Well, Brian Davies wants to know the exact length. I don't know the exact length. The longest screw is a regular size neck screw, and the shorter one is about a 1/4 inch shorter.
Mm-hmm. And the longer ones go in the 2 bottom holes.
Well, yeah, you can tell by the way the body is, you know.
Look at the back of the body, and you'll see.
Why don't you just grab the guitar, dude? Or you're not wearing any pants?
I'm not Molly. All right, hang on. Where's that fly swatter? All right. Where is this?
Brian Davies, I don't know what M8 means, to tell you the truth. I can't tell you. They're just, they're stainless steel screws.
All right. Look at that.
Now the lip, there's a lip. The two screws that are towards the bottom of the guitar are going to be where the long guitar,
the longer ones
go.
Yeah, they're going to be the longer ones.
Screws,
the shorter ones will go on top, as you can see.
Yeah, and those grommets look fine. They look great.
Yeah.
You'd never know the difference.
Yes. So those grommets, those are not the actual official grommets. Those are ones that somebody sent to me, and I'm finding out where they got them, and I'm gonna get more from them. So don't worry, Brian Davies. But since they're not the actual ones, I mean, they don't look. It doesn't look. I mean,
who cares?
You know what I'm saying? They're not gonna look totally. They look kind of chewed up, but
who cares what they look like? The neck is on the guitar. That's what matters.
Yeah. Oh, and it's been great. It's been totally staying in tune.
Now you need to get some. You need some number 6 eye hooks, eye bolts on that body.
Do I? Well, I only have 2 straps.
Well, I mean, but you're only using one guitar at a time. Who cares?
Yeah, I know.
The Van Halen guitar.
Yeah, I know. I don't know, actually. I've been using.
What are you gonna do? Well, you can't put FU tone on that body. It's not a Floyd.
No, you can't. Well, I guess you could FU tone the nut.
Yeah. You can put a naval brass nut or a titanium
but
nut.
there's no Floyd. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. I like it. I dig it. Are those my original tuners? Bozique says.
Yeah, the ones that he sent you, the tuning pegs.
I don't know.
Are those EVH tuning pegs?
Yeah.
Then those are the ones that Bozique sent you.
Yeah. Yeah, they're tuners. I had to use the different tops. The tops are black. And then I had to use where did I get those? I think I got the tops from some other ones, and then the string tree from another guitar. But it's great. It's awesome.
Brian
Huh?
Davies,
What do you mean, don't?
Brian Davies said, David Nesdahl, I saw yesterday that someone who actually welded the eyelets to the washers on Facebook yesterday. That was David Allen Wright. He did that. He soldered silver solder onto the eyelets like Eddie did, like Eddie does.
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So there you go.
Mark wants you to take those strings off.
There you go.
You're poking him in the eye with those strings.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I can't stand that. That's enough. That's enough to anger me.
Oh really? Oh. All right. Anyway.
That's enough to get us 5 thumbs downs.
Thanks. Shh. Come on. Stop switching accounts. So yeah, guitar's awesome. Thank you again, Bozique. Thank you very much, man.
You're joking, right, Michael Collins? I really hope you're joking.
No, he's serious, man.
What brand solder did Eddie use?
Serious. So yes, and I know I'm blurry. So anyway, for my Wolfgang Wednesday, here's my Wolfgang. Whoops. It's totally cool. Been doing some recording with it. Yeah. So yes.
Good for you, Johnny. Is that you that's blurry, or is that my glasses again?
It's me. It's me.
Very funny. Tone Talk says it's gluten-free solder. It's very funny. Or in our case, gluten-free.
Hey, out here, everybody's gluten free, man.
That's why everyone in California is so skinny.
You know, it probably is gluten free solder out here. Hopefully, it's all lead free. Do they still make it with the lead?
I don't know.
I remember when I used to work on guitars years ago. Well, not that I don't anymore, but I remember years ago I was soldering, and I got done, and I was leaving the shop that I was in, and all of a sudden, I had like some sort of like a spasm. Now you guys know why I am this way from soldering.
Bozique has a question for you.
Since mine is at Guitar Tech Shop getting set up, haven't played the new neck yet. How does my original neck compare to the Mexican neck now that you've played both? Well, truthfully, that neck I've never played. It was never on a guitar, so I've never actually played that neck. It just Rob gave it to me, and it basically just sat here in this chair for like a year. But I have played the Mexico specials. And as far as how do they compare, I think, well, the Mexico neck has bigger frets. Our friend Alex says that the necks are the same shape, but the frets are different shapes, right?
Yep.
By the way, Alex, are you watching this? I know you wanted to show off your guitar. Where are you at? So they're very similar. Very similar necks. I mean, they're all the guitars are very similar.
Also, Brian Davies, what's better, an EVH pickup or a JB? I wouldn't consider either better than the other. They're both really good. They're both different, but both very good.
Yes. Yeah, they're different. They're very, very different. Both great. Echo. But myself, I'm a huge fan of the EVH pickups. So I would use the EVH stuff for everything. Well, live especially.
Ken Bear says, Dave, hey Johnny and Dave, how you doing? How you doing?
Hey Ken, how you doing, man? How's everybody doing? Everybody's cool?
Mm-hmm.
I feel like we haven't it's been since Friday.
It has. Even.
Yeah. So what's new with you?
I've been digging this new neck that I put on my Kramer ad guitar, man.
Mm-hmm.
You guys may have seen it, but I put a new Musicraft neck on my Kramer ad, Frankie. And it's a Musicraft Holy Grail that I reshaped to look like the original Kramer ad. So it's slightly different. It doesn't look like the 5150 headstock, and it's slightly different looking than the Holy Grail because it's been reshaped. And it also has the gold crown Godo tuners from 1981 on it. These are original, and they are so hard to find. But I found a set and paid through the nose for them, but I have them. Now this guitar is pretty fantastic. I love this neck.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Had to have them, huh?
Well, to complete the replica, yeah, to make it look like Ed's guitar, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. The only thing I'm going to do to this guitar is put a vintage prototype nut on it. This is an old Floyd nut, but it's like it's not a prototype one. This is an old prototype string tree. As you can see, it doesn't quite fit. You know, this low E is kind of hanging off almost. It still catches, but the new ones are longer than this. So I'm going to put the old style nut on in the next week or so. But the guitar is great. Stays in tune really well. It's good. It's good.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm loving it.
Loving it, huh?
Loving it.
Very cool.
Thank you. Thanks, everybody. Thanks, Brian Davies. Thanks, Ken. Thanks, Les. Humbucker Lover says, hey, everyone.
Hey, man. Hey, Jim. Is it Nicholas? Jim says, hey now, hope you guys had a good holiday weekend. That's an awesome neck, Dave. Is that a quarter sawn neck?
It is.
He's asking.
It is, in fact, quarter sawn. Yes. It's what a great piece of wood, actually, and it's really sturdy. Yeah, absolutely quarter sawn. A funny thing is, if you look at the fretboard, it's got some movement to it. I don't know if you can actually see that, but it's for a quarter sawn piece of wood, it's got some movement.
I see it.
It's pretty cool, right? Just a really pretty piece of wood. And the string spacing is just dead on. It's really great. Everything on it, it's correct. It really fits this body correctly.
Mm-hmm. That's cool. That's cool. So have you been rocking out with that guitar?
I have, or I've been trying to rock out with it. Yeah, I've been playing it. I've been playing this guitar since I got it put back together. It's been the one I've been playing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I still have to rock. I still have to play this one through an actual amp. I haven't played through an actual amp yet. I was supposed to go up to Walnut Creek yesterday, but wasn't feeling right, so did not. But if I would have gone, I probably would have taken that with me and then stopped by a Guitar Center at some point and blasted it.
Right. I hear you. Donald Aldridge asks, how much do those necks cost? Well, this one, because it's got everything that I wanted on it, including it being quarter sawn, it was just under $300 from Musicraft. Unpainted. It doesn't come painted or anything. It doesn't come with the Kramer decal. Just the neck itself is just, I think I paid $280 for the neck. Yeah, cat dumpling. That's the first thing. That's the most important thing when I'm putting a neck on a body is I worry about the string spacing. If anything, if it's not going to be perfect on both sides, I like it to have more room on the treble side than on the bass side. Because as far as I'm concerned, I just don't want that high E string to fall off the fretboard. I don't really care because I use my thumb a lot when I chord. So it's not going anywhere. That low E string isn't going anywhere. It's not going to fall off the fretboard, but the high E string needs to be on that fretboard.
Mm-hmm.
So if it's not even, I'd rather it be more string on the fretboard of the high E side.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Showman Blues is asking if I have an amplifier. Yeah, I do. But I can't crank it all the time, you know. And actually my amp my PV 5150, it needs new tubes. So it doesn't sound right right now. And I don't know when I would get that thing fixed. I don't know. Probably won't for a while. So but as far as my other amp, I've got a 212 Fender Hot Rod, is it the DeVille? Whatever the 212 is. I've got that, and I'll crank that when I can.
Mm-hmm.
You know, neighbors and such.
Sure. Yep. Ken Bear asked Dave, do you use low action or blues action? Well, it's one and the same for me, Ken. My action is low. I keep my action about 1/32 at the 12th fret, which is super low. These 0.60 picks, if I put in the fretboard, they don't fall through. Or hopefully this won't fall through. Well, I got to put it through the fretboard, but for that to happen, hang on a second. I got to see what I'm doing here. Doesn't fall through, and that's 0.60, so that's really low action. And a Kiyakami, he uses action where his 1 millimeter pick won't fall through, but this is 0.60, and it doesn't fall through. So that's low action.
Yeah, that's really low.
Yeah, and it doesn't buzz, not even acoustically. The fretwork on this particular guitar was done so well at the factory. I can't. I have not one bad thing to say about it, because normally these guitars, when you get a new neck, even with the fretwork that they do, there's always, you got to do some sort of fretwork to it when you're putting it on a guitar, no matter what. But this guitar, knock wood, it's you don't need any fretwork. The fretwork on it is perfect. Cat Dumpling asks how much relief I put in my necks. None. The necks are perfectly straight. In fact, on some of my necks, I have a slight back bow, and it still doesn't buzz out. I don't care if guitars buzz acoustically. Doesn't bother me at all. As long as you can't hear it through an amplifier and you can still hear a note pinging out, that's all that matters to me.
Yeah. Jim is asking, are those stainless steel frets?
Nope. These are regular nickel silver frets. And they're 6100s. They're the large frets.
Mm-hmm.
At the time when Eddie had his original one, that's what that would have been. It would have been large nickel silver frets. So usually when I build a replica, I try to get it as exact to the way the original guitar was or is.
Mm-hmm. Where's that blue Yamaha with the red tape?
That's not me. That's the thin guy from Michigan. The 25-year-old.
I like that guitar. I really,
So does
really,
he, apparently.
I really dig it. I really like it. Yeah.
Yeah, Ken, I suggest trying it. Try dropping your action low. You know, on these guitars that have a flatter radius, you can get your action down to you know, like I said, this guitar is 1/32 at the 12th fret. So if you put your ruler on the 12th fret between the dots, and you check it, it should the low E string should just be on the line of 1/32, and it should be fine. I mean, it's going to buzz a little bit acoustically, but through an amplifier, it shouldn't buzz at all, and that's really what matters. Cat Dumpling, actually, that's not bad either, the way you have your guitar set. She said that she has about 4/100ths of a relief at the 9th fret. Or is it 4/1000ths? No, I guess that would be 4/100ths. 0.004 is 4/100ths, I believe. And she keeps her action about 4/64ths at the last high E fret, which all right, it's a little bit higher than mine, but it's not terribly higher. I could probably play that guitar. It's not, it's not horrible. You probably don't like any buzzing at all, and you probably use less distortion than I do. When you're using a lot of overdrive, when you're using a high gain amp, doesn't matter. That note's going to just ring out the way it rings out when you're using high gain. So,
yeah, and also, Cat Dumpling pointed something out last night that was pretty cool. Yesterday was Tom Morello's birthday.
Oh, cool! Happy birthday, Tom!
And yeah, and so I posted "Happy Birthday," Tom Morello on my Facebook, guitarist Johnny Beane on Facebook and Instagram, all that stuff. And Cat Dumpling pointed out that he was probably the only guy to play a guitar with a banana headstock in the 90s and not get any crap for it. It was something like that.
The reason why is because the body on that guitar had so much, graffiti and writing on it that was his thing. It was all about what was written on the guitar. So no one really paid attention to that headstock. I actually thought it was cool, but you know where I come from. Yeah, I thought it was cool.
Yeah, and speaking of Tom Morello, yeah, I've been listening. That's right, Richard. I've been listening to a lot of Tom Morello lately. Ever since Chris Cornell passed away, I've just been listening to nothing but Audioslave, basically. I know we kind of talked about this last week or whenever that was when Mark was on. But I think I've said this before. But to me, Tom Morello, he was like the next. He was like the next step. You know how there you guys all say there was Hendrix, and then there was Eddie. And to me, the next step from Hendrix to Eddie was Tom Morello.
I agree with you because he did something different with the guitar again. Absolutely, I agree, 100%.
And I love his solos. I love his. We were driving to where's that place I went last? Like where's that place I went last? Was that Friday? Remember, I went up north, went to the beach.
No.
What town was that?
You tell me. I don't remember what.
Anyway, we were listening to Audioslave all the way there and back, right? And every time a guitar solo comes on, my wife she either tries to change the song, or she's like that wasn't called for. And I'm like, you don't get it. I'm like, I love this stuff. To me, his solos they're awesome. You know, very, very cool. Even though some of them do sound like cats, you know, in heat or fighting or whatever, um, I dig them. I dig them, and I guess there's got to be something behind all that, which I don't know. Maybe one of you guys knows. What's the deal with some of his guitar solos? You know, why do they just go in like directions where most people would be like, no, you don't play that. But although he plays it, you guys know what I'm talking about. I love it though. I think it's awesome, awesome stuff, and he's a huge influence on me. Has been for years and years.
Yeah, I mean, out of all the '90s grunge thing, you know, I Chris Cornell, in my opinion, I liked him the best, singer wise, you know, but I was never really a fan of that style of music. It just didn't do it for me, you know. Growing up in the '80s with rock guitar and, you know, guitar solos being in every song and the guitar god, you know, just the lack of technical guitar in the '90s was less appetizing for me. I'm not putting the music down because, I mean, it was a genre. It was a new genre that they made up, and they did, and it went like wildfire. But it just it didn't grab me.
Mm-hmm. I mean, like a lot of you guys. I mean, I grew up, you know, on Van Halen. And since Van Halen they were making records well into the '90s. You know, carnal knowledge and balance and the live album, even Van Halen 3. So in the '90s, I was still, I mean, team Halen, which I've always been, right?
Well, that's one of the reasons why that's one of the reasons why Van Halen is still, they can you know, they can sell out a stadium. As far as I'm concerned, they can sell out, you know, arenas still, is because they didn't stop in the '90s when they actually could have, because no one was into that style of music really. But, you know, bands like them and Aerosmith that still played guitar solos, and, you know, although you know, Joe Perry's not quite the guitar hero that Eddie Van Halen is, Joe Perry's still a guitar hero, you know. And they were playing, and they were still, you know, they were writing hits and still, you know, and playing arenas and stadiums, and, you know, and Super Bowls. I think, didn't they do a Super Bowl in the '90s? I think they may have.
I don't know, but I think Aerosmith in the '90s they became. Maybe I shouldn't say. Well, I was there. I was there for it. I was living in Desmond's house during a lot of that, and I saw a lot of that. I was going to say Aerosmith became adult contemporary in the '90s,
but they were still rock.
You know,
it was still, you know, rock with, you know, guitar solos with heavy guitar in it.
Yeah, yeah. But what I was going to say though was, so in the '90s, I was all, you know, Van Halen was making records every couple of years, so I was all Van Halen, right? All the grunge stuff, maybe like some of you guys, like for you, you know, when that video came on, I turned it off, you know. or change the channel
Mm-hmm.
or whatever. To some of it, not all of it, because of course Alice in Chains, you know, had Jerry Cantrell was playing a Ernie Ball Music Man, you know, so I had to see that, right?
Well, only because Eddie gave him one.
Mm-hmm. He played one in one of the videos.
Yeah, the blue one that Eddie gave him.
No, a couple of them. Was there a blue one? There was a
Yeah.
gold top one too.
Oh.
Like the one like you said you had.
Yeah.
There was a gold top. There was a gold top Wolfgang. But and plus, you know, Alice in Chains, they had toured with Van Halen. So I saw Alice in Chains live, you know, with Van Halen on the Carnal Knowledge tour. Eduardo, that's right. That's right. But yeah, what I'm trying to say though is during the 90s, Van Halen had a record out every couple years or whatever. So I was still, you know, listening to Van Halen, which of course, so a lot of the grunge stuff that was happening or whatever was happening at the time, you know, bands like Bush, bands like who else was there? You know, a lot of those those bands I really didn't pay attention to. I would say at first. And then what happened was I ended up joining this band in Miami, Florida. And we were working with Desmond Child, you know, hit songwriter. You guys are talking about Aerosmith. He was basically responsible for bringing Aerosmith back in the 80s with songs like What It Takes and Angel and Dude Looks Like a Lady. You know, Desmond wrote all these songs with them. But anyway, the band that I was in was heavily influenced on bands like Soundgarden, bands like Pearl Jam. So a lot of the stuff that I really didn't pay attention to in the earlier part of the 90s, during the late 90s, it was all right in my face. And I really, really, you know, understood it by that point. Because I remember we would be driving, this was in Miami Beach. We would be driving to a gig. We'd be going to a show. And to get pumped up for the show, we'd be blasting Pearl Jam, you know, in the car. You know, most likely I'd be in the back seat, so I had no say in it, right? But a lot of that stuff I hadn't really heard. You know, I had heard the MTV stuff, but all the other stuff on the albums, I had not heard until that time, and so I started to appreciate the stuff. You know, the Pearl Jam stuff, Soundgarden, and then a few years, literally just a few years later, Audioslave came out, and I totally got into those guys, totally got into them, and basically just, you know, wore those records out basically. And this was years ago. This was 10, 13, 14 something years ago, and really haven't listened to a lot of that stuff for a long time until recently, just the past few days, past week. You know, getting back into the Audioslave stuff. And now that's all I listen to. That's all I've been listening to is Audioslave. They put out, what, 3 albums, I think? Something like that. And yeah, I've been totally digging them. And somebody was saying something on here. I saw a comment. I didn't know. I mean, not that I know. I really don't know much about the guy that you like, Thorne.
Pete Thorne.
Pete Thorne. You know, I really don't know much about him, but I didn't know that he played with Chris Cornell.
Yeah,
he was in his like touring band or something.
Yeah, in his
like 9-10 years ago.
Right. He was like the MD, the musical director in that band.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't know that. But yeah, but yeah, Pete, he'll be on Tone Talk. He'll be live with them on Friday. Friday at 9 9 Eastern, is it?
I think so.
So make sure you guys tune into that. tone-talk.com. Dan's here. Hey, man. Audio Slave was great. Yeah. Yeah. I love them. I love them. Cool. Cat Dumpling, yes. I ran into Pete Thorne at the NAMM show. I saw him. Actually, I was talking to Dave on the phone. Dave called me, or I called him, and we were, talking about something. And I'm like, hey, listen, I gotta go. Pete Thorne is standing right next to me. I'm gonna say hi to him. And so Dave's like, say hi for me. Say hi. Get his autograph.
I didn't say get his autograph. I did not say that.
And so I'm like, Pete, hey, Johnny Beane, hey, Dave Nesel says hi. And he's like, Dave who? No, I'm just kidding. Yeah. So what? It's Wolfgang Wednesday, everybody. Thank you for joining us. We got 53 people sitting here looking at us. 32 thumbs ups. Thank you for the thumbs ups. We really appreciate. Dave really appreciates the thumbs ups, as we all know. And that fly is still here
in all its glory.
I'm gonna have to. Hang on, I gotta get it.
You gotta send tweezers. 2 pens. Very funny.
That's right, Showman. Slap them thumbs. That's right. Yeah, we appreciate it. We appreciate it. We appreciate all you guys joining us for these live hangouts, live videos, and it's good. It's good to be back. I know. We weren't here Monday. I was gone Monday. I'll tell you guys. Well, yeah, I'll tell you guys. I bought a car. Got a. Well, it's not a new car. But Monday I got a car. So
congratulations.
Thank you, man, and thank you to all you guys for your help and support. Some of you sent me PayPal donations towards the car. Believe it or not, I don't think that's something I've said on here. But some of you guys have been very generous, kind. So I haven't forgotten.
That's right. We're going to set up a GoFundMe for Johnny Beane.
Yeah. So
right. Well, good.
So I have a car again. So who knows if you if you live in the area and you take Lyft, who knows? I might be seeing you on the road somewhere. Did you know I used to drive for Uber?
Is Lyft something new? Is that like
it's the same. It's the same thing.
So you're a Lyft driver now?
I'm not, but I probably will be, yeah. Maybe. Not sure. Probably not. But possibly. Did I stripe my car yet? Adam EVH? No, I did not. I did not stripe it yet. Although my wife was she asked me this morning. You know how I have all those EVH decals from the NAMM booth some years back? I still have, a few of them. And I think this morning she's like, where are you going to put that? She's like, where are you going to put that decal on the car? So she actually wants me to do it. So yeah. So I will do that at some point. Excuse me. Man.
Kevin
Stripe-
Tweedy says, any reason why I wouldn't want to put Wolfgang humbuckers on my new Jackson Dinky, JS32 mahogany natural oil? Reading that mahogany may be too bright. I don't see why you shouldn't put them in there. I think they'd probably sound great in there.
I mean, they might not. They might not.
Well, yeah,
just
they
fit
might
right in.
you'll have to probably cut
Modify.
the ears, modify the ears on the pickups for them to fit in your guitar. But
Greg Walker says, Johnny, vanity plate. I got to get one of those. I got to get one of those striped license plate holders. I got to get one of those. You know, I know a lot of people that have them. And hey, Jared Frost is here. Hey, man.
Says he's heading to Europe.
Yeah, he's heading to Europe this weekend with his FU-toned Wolfgang Standard with a kill switch, bringing his Roland Microcube. Awesome, man. Very cool. That's exciting, man. Have a great time. I'm sure we'll see, because of Facebook and Instagram and everything.
Oh, yeah.
It's not, even though he's going out of town, we'll still see him. It's not like the old days, but where hey, send a postcard. But have a great time, dude. And yeah, looking forward to your posts from Europe.
From the old country.
Is that your old country?
No, my old country is the one we're living in right now.
Yeah, the fly is still here. Yeah, Jared Frost says he'll still be around, but just in a different time zone. You'll be what, 8, 9, 10? How does that work? You'll be 8 hours ahead of me, somewhat, and you're already what, 2 hours ahead of me? I think it's 6:17 here right now.
It's 9:17 here.
So you'll basically be like right now will be like early morning or like late night when you're there. 6 or 7 hours ahead. Yeah. Well, yeah, as you guys know, I don't sleep. I'm always sitting, I'm always sitting here. So I'll see you. Yeah, Texas is 2 hours ahead of me. Yeah, man. You'll have to find some cool barbecue joints.
Eduardo's using military time. It says 10:17 there, 22:17 in Brazil.
Cool. Yeah, my wife does the military time too. Sets all the clocks. I can never read the clock. I can never, oh, Johnny, we're gonna be late. It's 25:26. I'm like, huh?
There's no such thing as 25:26.
Well, you know what I mean. Johnny, it's 13 o'clock. Wake up.
Oh my God. 1,300 hours.
Oh yeah.
That's 1 o'clock, 1 p.m.
Well, I don't wake up till 14 o'clock. Most days. Adam EVH says, Johnny, have you jammed lately with a band? No, I have not. Although there is this band right now that is asking me to sub for their guitar player. They have a show in June. And I don't think they're gonna be watching. I don't think they're watching this. I probably won't do it. It's not.
Well, they just gave us a thumbs down.
Oh, that was them. Oh, sorry.
So funny.
probably was. Although, yeah, if you guys are watching this, yeah, I'll probably pass on you guys. Even though it's just for like 1 gig. It's just not. It's not my style. You know.
Yep. So where's Zipkin?
I don't know. What time is it?
Zip.
6:20. Let me. Well, the problem is.
What's the problem, Johnny?
Well, if I ask him if he wants to, he probably won't. He's in. Let me just ask him. Hey, we're live right now. Do you want to jump in? Our friend Alex Zipkin, he just built a guitar. It looks really cool. I think it's very Kramer-esque. Is that a word?
Yeah.
Yeah, a guitar that he built from scratch.
Yep, from a couple blocks of wood.
Mm-hmm. And he was asking me. He wanted to come on one of these things. He's like, Johnny, can I show the guitar off?
Yes, just keep your mouth shut. Don't
No,
say a word. You can show your guitar off.
He's not. You know, he's
He's
matured a little bit. You know, we've actually had some great. I don't know if you watched. We actually did a couple of videos recently.
No.
Late night. We did a couple late night hangouts. Some of you guys probably saw them. The guy with the really long hair, sitting there drinking the Cabo Wabo. That guy. Yeah. Yeah. Anyway, he's going to school right now in Arizona, in Phoenix. Guitar school. And he just made a guitar. It looks cool, and he wants to show it off.
Be a guitar.
He wants to show it off. So he's been asking me that he wants to come on in these things, and we're sitting here, and actually, if he gets back to me, he might. You know what he told me?
Nope.
He told me this on Monday. He was texting me on Monday, apparently. He said that he met a fan of this show through the furry community. And the guy was saying, or the person was saying that they want an EVH guitar. Oh, he wants an EVH guitar.
One made out of fur. One with lots of hair on it.
He wants a Wolfgang that actually looks like a wolf.
What's a wolf?
I think with a tail, hanging out.
He wants a teen Wolfgang.
Oh God.
Oh, that's funny.
Teen Wolf. Anyway, he's not getting back to me, so I don't know.
52 people watching.
34 thumbs ups. Thank you for the thumbs ups. We appreciate them.
Yes. No
We
crystal
really do.
Pepsis.
We really do. And if it makes any difference, one of the reasons I'm wearing these shades is I'm a little under the weather. So more thumbs ups would probably make me feel better.
Less
Wouldn't
thumbs downs. You can just take the thumbs downs away. That'll make it better.
But you got to make them thumbs ups.
Oh yeah, that's fine too. Absolutely.
Teen Wolfgang. Oh, I think if we tell him, I think he's actually gonna go for that. You know,
Tell him what.
attach a tail to your strap. You know how Slash had the bandanas, the scarves hanging from his strap. Wasn't that Slash?
I suppose a lot of people did that.
Yeah. Anyway, I think we'll tell him to have like a tail hanging from him. Mhm.
Yeah, why not?
Man, with that camera angle, man, you can't even see your shirt, man. You got the Fender shirt, man. Look at that. Fender custom shop.
Not in this.
Oh my goodness.
There you go. There's your thing. There's your clip.
Mm-hmm. What, the thumbnail?
Thumbnail.
Even though it's Wolfgang Wednesday, that's the
It
thumbnail.
doesn't matter. Who cares?
That's my thing, man. Hiding behind the guitar. That's what I do.
Chris wants me to play a song. No, it won't sound good on here. And then Johnny will get all upset.
He'll start crying.
Johnny will be Johnny will start going, "Wah, it doesn't sound good. Guitars don't sound good on YouTube."
That's just your guitars. No, I'm kidding.
They sound great on my tube. Just not on YouTube.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So where's everybody watching from tonight?
I don't know. Adam, my hand is fine. It's great. It works.
Let us know in the chat box. Where are you watching? We know Jared is in Texas. Desiree is in Texas as well. I know Brent. See, some of these I just know. I know Brent is in Chicago or Illinois. Mr. BHB, is that Bruce? He's in Dayton, Ohio.
It is Bruce.
Chris is in Florida. Bazik is in Philly. Bill Camporis is in Florida as well. Where are you? Echo.
I'm in Long Island, New York.
Cool. Adam EVH is in Ontario, Canada. He says, "Thanks, Dave. Glad it works. You're a righty too, lol."
Yes, I'm a righty.
Les is in Toronto. Kevin Tweedy is in Atlanta. John Constantine is in Detroit. Jaden James. Oh, too late. I read it already, John. Jaden James 104 is in California. That's right. I saw you at the NAMM show, man. I still got to post a picture of us together. Cat Dumpling is near Denver.
That's so funny. She's just like you, Johnny. We'll never give her exact
Indiana. Greg is in Lexington, Kentucky. Stefan is in Planet Earth. John Constantine. Yeah. Mark Taylor is in Kansas City. Kansas City. That's where I saw Van Halen with Alice in Chains in '91. Was in Kansas City. Bonner Springs. I remember it was called. Timothy Pierce is in Hampton. That's in New Hampshire, I think. Adam EVH is in Niagara Falls, Ontario. Eric Davis is in North Carolina. Daniel Hall is in Michigan. Dan White is in Arkansas. Brick Breaker is in Chicago. Jaden James wants me to post the picture of us.
What picture?
There's a picture of us.
Of whom?
Me and Jaden James.
Oh.
By the way, Jaden, that picture you sent me, I sent that to the other guy in the picture with me, and he laughed about it. We were laughing about it. He took a picture of me and Gerd at the EVH booth, and it's kind of a funny picture. It's kind of a, I think you saw it. I think I showed it to you.
I've seen it.
Where's Pascal from France? Where is he? Oh, he's fast asleep. Oh no, maybe he's here actually. Maybe he's actually here.
No, we would have gotten a call.
No, not necessarily. He posts to my page all the time. Maybe he did. I don't know. Mark Taylor, I live near Bonner Springs, about 3 minutes. Cool, man. Cool. Yeah, yeah. That's where I saw Van Halen on the Carnal Knowledge tour. Bonner Springs. It was Kansas, right? Bonner Springs. That's where a lot of the concerts are. The outdoor place. Um. Yes. Yeah. And I am in sunny Santa Cruz. Still sunny out. You know.
Cat dumpling, yes, it's the same for Johnny Beane. He wants to be safe as well.
Huh? It's a safety thing.
I had said earlier that because
Oh.
Kat said she lives near blah blah blah. I said, oh, just like Johnny Beane, he doesn't like giving his exact location.
No. Well, being on YouTube, being on the internet or whatever, you get your share of weirdos, and I'm not just talking about Dave. But yeah, you get weird people, doing weird stuff and
Just being weird.
just being weird, and yeah, I've had stalkers and all that stuff for years and years and years, and so for years I kind of, yeah. Nobody knows where I actually live. Even Dave doesn't know, and Dave keeps trying to find out. And
No, I really don't.
I really, Dave. I won't even tell Dave where I live. Not that he's gonna come over, because he says he won't.
No.
You
No.
know?
No, this is as close as I want to get to you.
Mhm. Yeah, yeah. No, but yeah. I've had weirdos for years and years and years. Not just from the internet. I've had previous band members. Not I don't know. You guys probably know what I'm talking about, or not.
I don't know.
But yeah. So anyway, for years, whatever.
It's okay. It's really cool. It's fine. Totally cool.
I don't give up my home address like some people.
Listen, I double dog dare anyone to try to break in here. That's all I'm going to say.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, Desiree. Mm-hmm. Yeah, like Nuzdal.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, Facebook. I mean, that's the thing. Even Facebook. I mean, you've got your circle of friends that you actually know, or and that you actually know they've met in person, or that are cool. 802 Blues, hey man. But even on Facebook, I'm careful about what I do and say on there.
Yeah.
Like if I 9 times out of 10, if I say I'm somewhere, 9 times out of 10, I've already left by the time you guys see that update.
Yeah, probably.
Most of the time.
Don't you already have a key? How would you be breaking in? Not necessarily a Les Paul there, Bozique. I have the same no trespassing sign that Edward Van Halen has, so look that one up. Johnny knows what it is.
Hmm. You mean what he said on CNN?
Yep.
That one time with LL Cool J?
With LL, yes.
One? Okay.
Yep.
Really? Wow.
Yep.
Man. No way.
Armed response. That's all I'm going to say.
Mm-hmm. Although, you know, I mean, the thing, I mean, I'm not too worried about going out into, you know, like let's say like the Nam show. You know, everybody knows I'm going to be there. Everybody knows where I'm going to be. You know, but with Nam, you know, it's cool. You know, I've had people come up to me and oh, hey Johnny, you know, you meet a lot of great people or whatever. You know, um, you know, but it's the people that you don't know. You know.
Mm-hmm.
Or not necessarily that. It's just yeah. I mean, you get weirdos. The internet, you get trolls or whatever, and you get some not so nice messages sometimes. Not so nice comments. You know, so it's stuff like that. You know, you don't put everything out there. You know, even if that's what's driving them crazy. Because people they want to know everything. People want to know everything about everything or whatever. And I know we like to keep these things pretty open.
Oh yeah.
I mean, look at this. I mean, we're just sitting here just BSing. You know, but no, I learned a long time ago that you just you just gotta be careful.
Always.
Mm-hmm. I mean, that's one of the things you when you do something like this, when you put yourself out there. Hey Howie. You know, when you what am I saying? Yeah, when you just when you make yourself a just like a you make everything public almost. You just it's cool. I mean, it's cool because you know it's great to get close you get close to people. Uh, people kind of know you. You know, people with a lot of vloggers, a lot of vlogging. That's what I consider these things. I don't consider this like a show or a lot of you guys do. I consider this just like a live vlog almost because that's really what it is. Um, and it's I mean I've got YouTubers that I watch that do live shows, live vlogs or whatever. And you really feel like you really get to know a lot of these people because they put so much out there. You know, not just, you know, oh, I had Rice Krispies for breakfast. Oh, I had this great tea, you know, like it's not just you know, what we ate or whatever that morning, but you know, other things. That's the cool thing about the internet is you can say and do anything you want.
Just lay off of my blue suede shoes.
And yeah, and most of it is harmless. But then you do have the other side of the internet that is not that is it can be a very scary, dangerous place. And you have to be careful. And when people cross from that side to try to get into your side, you just yeah. I mean, most of the time, I mean, really, just ignore it. You know, just ignore the stuff. Don't get mad. You know, with 6 thumbs downs, even though Dave is gonna, have
I'm
a
not
fit.
I'm not doing anything. Look, I don't care. I really don't. I just, I make it seem like I do. I really don't. You know what I do care about?
What?
You, John.
Oh, I'm dizzy. Oh my gosh. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Oh.
I don't care what people think. Whatever. Oh, we just lost a thumbs up though.
Mm-hmm. And it went to the other side. I saw.
Yeah, it went to the other side. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, Desiree. Yeah. One time, this was years ago. I had a. This was kind of where a lot of this started, as far as me. Uh. just not saying, hey, I live at 123, blah 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 street or whatever.
1313 Mockingbird.
I had a band member. I was in a band years ago, and the bass player, not that there's anything wrong with it, but let's just say the bass player kind of liked me in a certain way that, and then got really really hostile when things didn't go his way, let's just say. And it was pretty much after that I was like, oh, my name is not in the phone book now, kind of thing. And it's been like that ever since. Ever since. And with YouTube, with having a YouTube channel or whatever, you get trolls, you get people all the time. Not people, not, I mean, most of the time it's people, it's people you don't know. But you just get, mean comments, rude comments. 802 Blues says, I think knowing too much ruins it. I feel that being able to see everything on YouTube was cool at first, but I think it took away from some of the mystery away from rock and roll and many. I think we understand what you're saying.
Sure.
Yeah. Well, I mean, a perfect example. I mean, look at which Kardashian was that? I don't follow them, so I really don't know one from the other. But what's his name's wife? Kanye West. What's her name?
I thought the Kardashians were a Star Trek thing.
Those are Klingons.
No, I don't mean I mean from like the next generation. Wasn't that the Kardashians?
Well, they might be similar.
Yeah,
I think they look a little alike. Kim Kardashian. I mean, that's a perfect example. She was live on Instagram or something, and she was showing off. I mean, I didn't see the video, but something like she was sitting there. Oh, hi guys. Oh, I love you. Look at all these rings. Blah 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 blah. And she got robbed. People knew where she was. People went right to her, robbed her.
She deserved it.
No. Nobody deserves that, man. Come on.
Wow.
Come on.
I'm a little bit from the right, brother. Sorry.
Mm-hmm. But I mean, that's the perfect example of just you got to be careful. And I know with apps like Foursquare, although I don't think that's around anymore, or with Facebook, you check in. Hey guys, look where I am right now. I'm at the circus. Whatever it is. You gotta be careful. You gotta be careful. That's right. Too many crazies out there today. Showing blues. That's right.
You hear Brandy sneezing, snoring, snoring.
Yeah, I heard that.
Hang on, let's see if I can get her over here. There she is. Hey, Brandy. You want a bony? You want a bone?
What? What did you say?
I asked her if she wanted a bone.
Okay.
How about a begging strip? Want a begging strip? Nope, she's tired. She didn't want anything.
Yeah. Yeah. So what's the point of this? You gotta be careful.
It turned into, I don't know. Like
no, but
it turned into PBS for a second.
Well, come on. We like to educate. It turned into the what do you call it? On like you're watching some show, and then all of a sudden there's some commentary, you know. So and so from Channel 5 wants to talk about.
I was
Whatever.
watching TV. I was watching TV just before we went on, and first time ever. But a news flash went on that about 45 minutes north of us, they're having a tornado. It's crazy, crazy. I've never heard of that. In Connecticut, that doesn't happen. Just doesn't happen there.
Tornadoes?
Yeah, not in Connecticut. Not in the tri-state area. It doesn't.
Mm-hmm. Say something.
Something. Hello. Oh, he's gonna burp and sneeze and hock up a lung. He's hocking up a lung. It's all right.
Yes, that's exactly what I'm doing.
Sick. He's sick.
I think it's allergies. I don't know what it is. I don't know what's going on.
Not good.
I don't know what's
Not good, man. It's just not good. It's not good. Whatever it is not good.
no.
Yeah. Chris wants us to stay on later because her TV broke.
Mm-hmm. Is this entertaining? Is this entertainment?
Well, it was entertaining until Rob left.
Uh-huh. Oh, you mean for the ladies?
Oh.
Now
it
you got
doesn't-
this.
It doesn't matter. That it's all good.
Right, Howie? Mm-hmm. Mike as himself, 701 says the new EVH50 guitar is shipping soon.
Yeah, I wonder when that's going to happen.
This guitar right here. That guitar. Shipping soon. Thank you, Bozique. Thank you, Desiree.
Yes. Ah, that's very nice of you guys and girls. Steve Anderson is probably waiting at his front door for his 5150 guitar. That's why he's not here.
Yeah.
Brian Davies asked question, Shallow Floyd Rose, any good? Depends on which one it is.
Yeah. If it looks like an original Floyd, then it's good. You know, there was the Floyd Rose 2 where you didn't have to cut the ends off.
Mm-hmm.
And they string through the Floyd. Those not so nice.
Yeah, not so much.
Not so much. And hey, somebody said, where'd my natural guitar go? It's over there. It's over there. I've been playing this one. Andy is asking, have you guys had any experience with GJ2 guitars?
I've played a couple of them. They're beautiful. They're great guitars. The only problem with them is, unfortunately, if you're looking to resell it, it doesn't say Fender or Charvel on it. But the quality is amazing. You know, Grover Jackson has always built an amazing guitar. His guitars are great. So if you want one and you know you're going to keep it, I suggest getting it. It's a great guitar. But if you're gonna keep it for a while and then try to sell it, you're gonna have problems trying to get the money you want for it. Well, Cat Dumpling says Grover himself says they're not doing as well as he hoped. That's true because, again, you know, this may not be the right climate for super strats, for guitars that don't say Gibson or Fender on them, or even EVH at this point. I think EVH is an entity I don't even think Eddie thought it would be doing as well as it is. I mean, it's just they've gotten so popular, and I mean, it's like one of the big three as far as I'm concerned. And the big three, in my opinion, is Fender, Gibson, and PRS. I'm not even a big PRS fan, but you got to put EVH in that crowd because it's just they've gotten so popular and so good. Everyone's getting them. But when you have companies like Fender, the custom shop, putting out super strats with the Fender decal on them and a Fender headstock, and that's really what everyone wants. They're putting out guitars with Floyds on them and humbuckers. It's very hard for smaller companies, even though Grover is a big name. He's a super small company. Very hard for him to make a living on that. Mike himself wants to know what the gold guitar in the rack is. It's a custom shop Stratocaster. It's gold over pink paisley. It's a 1960 custom shop Strat.
Yeah, that's a cool guitar, man.
Yeah, it sounds amazing.
Yeah, I was. I mean, I never owned a PRS.
I've owned quite a few of them, and they're beautiful, and they play great and sound great, and they're great. They just, in my opinion, they lack a soul. They lack soul. They just they're sterile. To me, it's like it's like, dare I say it, but it's like a Tom Anderson to me. It's they're great guitars as well, but they kind of like are a little sterile. Or the John Suhr guitar, it just misses. I mean, they're absolutely gorgeous and they play great and they feel great. Everything about them is so good, but there's just something missing, like a heartbeat. There's a heartbeat that's missing.
Is that because it's a neck through guitar?
No, not at all. Because Tom Anderson guitars generally are not neck through. John Suhr guitars are generally not neck through. They're great guitars. But you put it up against a Fender that may be a tiny bit harder to play, but it breathes. It's got this living thing.
It looks like from what people are saying. Yeah, it looks like what people are saying in the chat box right now is they don't feel right. They don't feel right to people.
Yeah, there's a feel thing. There's it's a sound thing too. They sound very nondescript. And I'm not saying every guitar, because you can find a gem in any guitar company. You can find the end all be all. You can find a Paul Reed Smith that could be the best guitar on the planet, and it'll have a soul and it'll have everything. I mean, there are exceptions to the rule, but in general, guitars like that. And one of my closest friends is a big Paul Reed Smith guy, and he's probably if he heard this, he'd probably curse me, but they're the only way I could say is they're sterile. They are, and I'm going to quote Larry Mitchell. They're beautiful pieces of art, and they are beautiful, but that doesn't make a great guitar, as far as I'm concerned, because this guitar is far from beautiful. I mean, to us, this is beautiful. This is not beautiful. This is quite ugly, actually. But this guitar is.
I think it looks beautiful.
Well, yeah, like I said, to us, this is beautiful. But to most of the community, people will be like, what is that? You know, it's a piece of garbage, you know. But
Well, I mean,
it's got more soul. This guitar has more soul than most any of those other guitars.
but everybody on the planet that knows anything about the guitar knows that's Van Halen's guitar, though.
Well, yeah, but because of the striping, not because of anything else. Because if this guitar was just a piece of wood with no stripes on it, no one would know. Really. Dennis played this guitar the other day because he had never played this guitar before. And he hates these. He doesn't like Floyd Rose guitars. He doesn't like guitars with nines on them. And he told me, he was like, this guitar is one of the best guitars you own. This guitar is insanely good. So, you know, it's, you know, coming from a guy who plays Gretsch guitars and plays guitars that are nothing like this one, to hear that from him, it's a big deal.
Mm-hmm. He's like, Dave,
Andy,
come on. He's like,
Andy Pasilla. Yes, I agree with you. I like guitar conversation as well. You know, I enjoy this. This is good. Whether it's a debate or, you know, we are all on agreement about something. I do like guitar talk, and that's what this channel is really about. So stick with us if you can.
Yeah. Subscribe to the channel. We do these things 3 times a week, sometimes 20 times a week. But let's say somebody comes over to your house, though. Not that they're busting in, you know, or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you're trolls or whatever. But let's say you invite somebody over, like a friend of yours comes over. Sure. Obviously, you guys talk about guitars, right?
Most of the time, yeah.
I mean, look at that. I mean, there's nothing but guitars sitting there. You probably get a lot of questions though about this guitar or that guitar. That's what it seems like to me. Like the mailman comes over, he's like, "Whoa, what's the story with that?"
RMG says, "Try the 594. Just go try it." Well, RMG, I know you're a PRS guy, and if I was going to have a Paul Reed Smith, that would be the one that I'd get, the only one that I'd get, because it's all the controls are like the way my Les Paul is. And I mean, I think those are cool, but again, you know, it's still going to kind of sound like a PRS to me. But if I was to get a PRS, that would be the one. And you know, you're the exception to the rule, RMG. You know, there are guys that swear by Paul Reed Smiths and John Soar guitars and Tom Andersons. There are people that love those guitars. And I'm not putting the guitars down. I say that when I call them sterile, that's in my humble opinion, and I can say that if I want to. It's not an argument. It's how I feel about them. I'm not saying that everyone needs to agree with me. That's just how I feel about
them. Well, now I got to try one.
The Paul Reed Smith 594, yes. You should try one because they are very good. And they are the least Paul Reed Smith-like guitars that Paul Reed Smith makes.
Mm-hmm. I got to try them.
And quite frankly, if I'm going to buy a Paul Reed Smith, I'm going to get a Nags Steve Stevens model is what I'm going to do.
Is that the same kind of thing?
Well, Joe Nags worked for Paul Reed Smith for a long time in the private stock, you know, like their custom shop, Paul Reed Smith's custom shop. Mm-hmm. And then he and a guy named Peter Wolf made this company called Nags, which is the company that Larry Mitchell uses. Mm-hmm. And they make very high-end Paul Reed Smith type guitars. And I've played Larry's Nags guitars, and they're amazing. They're absolutely beautiful. They sound great. They sound, you know, they feel great. And I'd have one of those before I buy a Paul Reed Smith. My opinion.
Mm-hmm. Cool. Yeah, I remember. I've said this before. I was really into. Well, is this embarrassing? I really got into Damn Yankees.
No, I love that. I love that band. Absolutely love that band.
I mean, they were, you know, one of the first super groups. You know, they were Night Ranger sticks, Ted Nugent all in one. You know, I got into them when they first came out. Their first album, the second album, I think the second album had a couple cool tunes on it, but the first album had you know, some of those songs. What, High Enough? That was a huge song. Huge. Actually a great song. That was the first album, I think, right? But I remember because of Ted Nugent and because of them, you know, I saw them live. I remember thinking, and this was 1990, 91, 90, thinking, oh, he plays Paul Reed Smith. Man, I got to get one of those guitars because of him. You know, I remember the videos he was playing, you know, he had like a tiger striped one, or
I've seen that. Yeah,
black
the
and white, whatever.
White. It was a zebra one.
Yeah, zebra. He had that one.
Yeah.
Don't Tread on Me. Oh yeah, that was from the second album. Yeah, that was, I think, the first single. But I remember being like, oh, I got to get one of those. But then the next day, basically, open up Guitar Player magazine. There's the new, there's the first Edward Van Halen signature guitar sitting right there, the red Music Man. And I'm like, oh, forget the Paul Reed Smith. That's what I got to get, and that's what I got.
there are a couple things I want to address on here. Bozique said that there are many players that have subconscious bias against anything not traditional. I'm going to go one further. Most guitar players have a very conscious bias against it. It's not subconscious. It's very conscious. A lot of people like to see the Fender headstock. If it doesn't say Fender or Gibson on the headstock, they don't want it. And most guitar players feel that way because most guitar players on the planet don't keep what they have. So when a guitar player buys a guitar, they buy it with the thought when they sell it, they want to make the money back. They want to get their money's worth. So that's mostly the reason why guitar players are conscious. They have a conscious bias against stuff that doesn't say Gibson or Fender on it. The other thing is, Bruce asked the latest news on my Shark. It was shipped today. Mine and my buddy Nick's guitar were shipped today. They will get painted as soon as they get to Nick's house, and I'll have it hopefully within the next 2 or 3 weeks. But it is fully done and on its way. The other thing is, RMG says, I bet you'd take a PRS over any Gibson USA. You are absolutely correct, because Gibson USA, in my opinion, is horrible. They do not make a great guitar. The Custom Shop, on the other hand, has their act together. Gibson Custom Shop knows what they're doing. Gibson USA, not so much. There you go. And Johnny is gone. Goodbye. What else do we got? Adam EVH says he'd take a PRS over a Gibson any day. Adam, have you tried any of the like a 1959 reissue Les Paul from the Custom Shop? Cat Dumpling, I don't know what Gibson Custom Shop did to the Aleph Lifeson guitar. You want to elaborate on that? What they do to it that was not good? Brick Breaker says, well, how about Heritage guitars? I don't know. I haven't played one. They don't really I don't know of any store in the New York area that sells them, so I don't have any info. I have never played one. Sorry.
They're kind of like Gibsons, right?
Yeah, they're Gibson-like, yeah. Bill Camporis, if you ask me who made my Shark one more time, I'm going to find you.
Oh, gosh. Come on.
I didn't say I was going to do anything. I just said I was going to find them.
After that whole talking about weirdos,
Oh,
I think
my
you guys
God.
are looking at a weirdo
Come
right
on,
now.
that's
I'm not talking
funny.
about me.
You guys got to laugh at that. That's totally funny. If he doesn't laugh at what I just said, then he's got no sense of humor.
Brian Davies. Yeah, a lot of people want that name. They want Fender. They want Gibson. And it's not just that. If it's Fender or Gibson, it has to say Fender or Gibson. People want, I used to work at a guitar shop where we put together guitars, a lot of Fender style guitars, Strats, and it didn't say Fender on the headstock, but a lot of guys, they would get it. And then this was back in the early days of people customizing their guitar. This was early mid 90s. So it wasn't like today. It wasn't like today where you're sitting here with two nerds talking about guitars for 2 hours on live, YouTube. There was none of that. But well, where's Rob? Is Rob home yet?
Why would he be home?
No, because he
It takes him a half hour to get to his daughter.
Because he would know exactly what I'm talking about. He was one of the guys early on to start, making his own guitars and making like the replicas that you guys do, and he was one of the early guys to do that. But I remember when I worked at this shop, we would put together a lot of Strat style guitars from Fender licensed parts. It would say licensed by Fender on the back.
Yeah.
Back of the headstock, back of the neck. What do you call it? A lot of it was Mighty Might, maybe Mighty Might stuff, and people would get the guitars, and there were some people that people that knew a thing or two. You don't have to have the name on there, but some people, it's like, this looks like a Fender, but it doesn't say Fender on it. I don't want it. There were some people like that, But the guitar is $200, and it's a much better guitar than what you would get for that price. At a chain at Guitar Center or whatever. I mean, this is back 20 something years ago, though. Nowadays it's a little different. You can get great stuff for great prices, anywhere now. But I mean, I can understand a lot of the being freaked out by a guitar that doesn't look like the normal. I play I've got my Hamer Phantom guitars. They're kind of weird looking. They got the super. I mean, it's sitting right there. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Hang on one second. Bozique, check your phone. I just sent you a link to my guitar, my personal guitar. You can make your own decision and let me know what you think, how it sounds.
Here, I'll show you a picture of my Hamer Phantom guitar. Although this won't be mine because it's from the internet, but here we go.
She's awake.
Okay, this one's not mine.
There she is.
Although, oh, look at that. Good morning.
Look at that smile.
She's like, I want a second dinner.
Second breakfast? This is not England.
Oh man. Yeah. So anyway, here's a Hamer Phantom, and this is like my main guitar, not this particular one, although I do have this guitar as well.
Oh, that's cool with the 3 pickup.
That color. Yeah. But yeah, see that top horn? Some people would see that and just be like, yuck.
You know,
I love
And-
that. I
and-
love the way that looks, actually.
and I probably would have been the same way back way, long time ago. But because of one of my heroes, Andy Summers, he played those guitars. That was really the Hamer's, the Andy Summers signature guitar is what it became. And then, believe it or not, ended up being the Steve Stevens guitar is what it ended up being. A little later on. But, a guitar like that, some people would be like, yuck, that's ugly. I even would have thought that was ugly, maybe, if Andy Summers didn't play it. I probably never would have got into them. It's all about influence. But I got into that guitar. I've got 3 of them.
Hey,
that was my main guitar for a long time.
Your Wolfgang changed color again.
Did
What
it?
is that? What is that? Is that a chameleon?
Chameleon? Yeah, that's the Chameleon Wolfgang. What did it look like earlier?
Thought it was black. Yes, gathering O Flight. Yes, Glenn Tipton also played that guitar. I think his had a Kaler on it, but yes, it's the same guitar.
His had a Kaler, and he was using the 6 in line, I think.
Oh yes, he had
Headstock.
the Fender-esque.
That was the more heavy metal style one, yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, it really kind of became like a heavy metal guitar. It wasn't at first. But anyway, guitar like that. I love that guitar. When I used to play that guitar live, I would take that to a gig. The guitar players from the other bands would come up to me and be like, "Wow, what's that?" Because most people have never seen them. Most people, don't know what it is, but they know the name. It says Hamer. Oh, I've heard of Hamer, but that body, I've never seen that.
Hey, let me ask you a question. Is tonight trash night?
It is.
Well, it's 10 after 10.
It's 11 after 7. Oh man, you guys just saw that.
I mean, I don't need to get off of here, but whatever you want to do.
Oh, it's been 2 hours.
Yeah.
Brian Davies. One of the best I saw was the Steve Stevens Hamer. Yeah, the Steve Stevens Hamer. That was the end result of that guitar I just showed you, the Hamer Phantom. It became that. Really.
Let's go. I'll be right back. Got to let it off.
Oh yeah. It was called the Hamer Prototype. And that's kind of actually what became the Steve Stevens, I guess. I do not know what's going on with Hamer right now, if they're still around. Do not know. RMG 471. Can I send you a picture of the new 594? Yeah, sure. Yeah, text it. If any of you guys want to text me a picture of your guitar, whatever, you can text to 415-952-3263. You can text me anytime at that number. Anytime.
How about 3 a.m.?
Well, that's when Ron texts me. Hamer just relaunched for 2017, Bozique says.
Yeah, didn't they launch under Fender? Didn't Fender buy them?
I don't know. Somebody was just asking that, though. They were asking about that. Not sure. But yeah, Hamers are great guitars. The old Hamers. I look at the old Hamers from the 80s being like the old Kramers from the 80s. Just real solid guitars. Good stuff. I played both. Still do. I still play both. Yeah. All right. Is everybody good? It's been a little over 2 hours.
Yeah, a little bit.
Usually 2 hours is yeah. Dan says Fender bought how do you pronounce that?
Cayman.
Cayman. That's right. I can't see. That's right. Yeah, yeah. Ovation. All right. I think we're good. I think we're good.
Wait a second, Showman. What am I showing? Showman Blues?
Oh, he wants to know what should he get for his first EVH.
But I don't understand what that means. What guitar or what?
Probably he wants to get an EVH gear guitar. And which
Oh.
guitar should he get?
I would get a Wolfgang. I would get a Wolfgang special, a Mexican-made special.
The ones they're making right now.
Yep, that's what I would get. I think that's your best bang for the buck if you don't want to spend a ton of money. I mean, $1,000 is $1,000 no matter how you slice it. You can probably get it a little less expensive if you find one secondhand or used. But for that money, you're getting a lot of guitar. Beautiful. Great work.
Like I've always said, they're all great. The Wolfgang standards are great. They all come in a lot of different colors. The standards have all of their own colors. The specials have their own colors. The USA stuff. But if you want to go right in the middle, I mean the Mexico EVH specials are.
My favorite
Awesome.
one, I have two of them that well, I don't personally have two of them, but the two that would be my favorite would be the Gold Top and the El Natural. Those are the two most gorgeous ones of the bunch.
Yeah. Yes. Dan says Music Zoo has an Army Drab for
they have a used Army Drab and they have a used red one.
For 700 something?
750.
750.
Not that I'm telling you to go get it there, but you can.
I'll tell you to go get it there. It's Showman, right? Tell them I sent you. Yeah, like Bozique says, yeah. If you can afford the standard, it's a great he says great starter guitar. Well, I mean, it's the entry level to the EVH Wolfgang brand. Try them out. Showman, if you live near a Guitar Center, most likely they'll have both models there. They'll have a standard and a special. The standard is from Indonesia.
Yep.
And the special is from Mexico. Most likely they'll have both guitars there, and you can try them both out and decide which one you like. Showman says he sees a used 2015 Natural Flamed for $850.
Yep, there's one there too. Yep.
Yeah, check them out. Check them out, man. They're great guitars. You can't go wrong with any of them. You really can't. But just play them both. Decide which one is best for you, and then enjoy it. Yes.
RMG, send it to my Facebook. Send me a private message on Facebook.
Oh, he wants to see the. Let me see. He's sending me a picture. I get so many emails every time I open my email. Oh, here we go. Oh, it looks like a bunch of people sent me something.
Or actually, RMG, send it to 516-515-0130. 516-515-0130. I gotta let the dog.
Oh, this is cool. That's a Paul Reed Smith. That's a nice guitar. That's nice. That was just sent in. Right there.
Let's see it. I haven't seen it.
Right there.
Oh, that's gorgeous. That's beautiful. Oh, that's a single cut. I thought he was
Uh-huh.
getting a double cut one. Yeah, that's beautiful.
That's one. I got a couple messages here. Oh, and then here's another one from I don't know who sent this. Bruce. Bruce sent this. This is his Les Paul. I think.
Cool.
Or it was the other way around. Either way,
Looks like an
they're
Epiphone.
both Les Pauls. Very cool. Very cool, you guys. Okay, I think we're good. I think we are good. I think we're gonna split. Thank you everybody for watching, for joining us tonight. Thank you for the thumbs ups. Really appreciate those. And subscribing. If you're not subscribed to the channel, if you're new to this, if you subscribe and then click the bell. There's a little bell. When you hit subscribe, you can click a bell. You'll get the alert of every time we go live. And not that it matters, but we're approaching 4,000 subscriptions. I think we just need like a few more, and we hit 4,000. Something like that. Right, Howie? This is actually Howie's channel, so there he's itchy. Marty McFly out, Brian says. Brian, did you see on my Facebook? Did you see there was a guy driving a DeLorean the other day down in, was it in LA? He was driving a DeLorean. Oh, look at Howie. He's itchy. He was driving a DeLorean with his mom, and they were driving like 85, and his mom is like, punch it to 88.
Three more miles.
Punch it to 88. And I posted this to my Facebook. Oh, and I posted it to my Twitter as well, just at Johnny Beane. It was funny. Check out the news clip. It was funny.
It's very funny, actually.
The guy got a ticket. He got a ticket for going 88 miles an hour in a DeLorean.
DeLorean?
But even though it cost him like $400 in the ticket, that's like what they were saying. That's the dream ticket for DeLorean drivers, to get a ticket for driving 88. Yeah, that's right, Brian. That's right. All right, you good? Looks like you're good.
I'm good. RMG, this is probably one of the nicest Paul Reed Smiths I've ever seen.
That's the one he sent me?
Yeah, it's beautiful. Beautiful guitar.
Yeah. Brian Davies. Yeah, you're in the future. You're definitely in the future, man. You're in I think Jared Frost territory. I think, or he's gonna be going into your territory. I think the deal is, you guys will both be from the future. What's wrong with Howie? Oh, he was just itchy. He's very, very itchy, and he wants his W. It's getting close to his W time and all that stuff. He knows. All right, you guys. Vinny. Great to see you, Vinny.
Did you actually see him, though?
Well, not really. He typed something, then he got rid of it. I don't know what he said, but
Sup,
man?
Sup, man? Sup?
Yeah, enjoy your guitar, Vinny. Enjoy it, no matter what your guitar looks like. Just enjoy
That's
it.
right. Yeah, and
You
there's
don't-
nothing wrong with it.
You don't need the Nesdal disease of having it to look just like, the real thing. Enjoy it. It looks
It
great.
does look like the real thing. It just doesn't have the logo on it. Who cares?
That goes back to what we were just talking about an hour ago. Doesn't need a logo. Enjoy it for what it is. Yes. All right. See you guys. We'll be here Friday, I guess.
Yes, we will.
That's right. RMG 471. That's right. We'll be back Friday. We'll be on for about an hour Friday, and then you guys can jump on over to tone-talk.com for their show. Should be a good one from what I'm hearing.
Yeah.
Yeah. And we like, you know, they're you know, we're all, you know, all supportive of each
Yes,
other,
we like
which
those
is how
guys.
it should be, you know. So we you know, we let them go, you know, we do our hour and then let you guys go over to them. So
Yeah, maybe we'll start a little early if Johnny's not terribly busy that day.
if I can wake up in time, maybe. We'll see. No, RMG 471. That's Friday. Be here, 8 o'clock Eastern. Jump over to tone-talk.com, 9 o'clock Eastern this Friday. Fender Friday. That's right, Bozique. And maybe Nesdal will get in trouble. He'll get arrested and he'll be Offender Friday.
Fender Friday.
Offender Friday.
That's what my amp is, by the way.
He'll be wearing the orange suit. His one call will be this call. Guys, I'm in prison. You wanted to be offender Friday.
Something tells me that I'd be able to take care of myself fine if I had to.
I could see you in the orange jumpsuit, man. Although your orange jumpsuit would be sunset orange. And it would
With white stripes. With white
stripes all over it.
You were a funny guy.
Thank you. I'll be here all week. Try the veal, right?
You're good and terrible.
All right. We'll see you guys. See you, Dave.
See you later, Johnny. So long, everyone.
Goodbye, everybody. Johnny Beane. JohnnyBeane.com. If you want to learn more about me, go to JohnnyBeane.com. Instagram, Johnny Beane. Go follow me. And again, subscribe to this channel. We're almost up to 4,000 subscriptions. So, there you go.
Anything special?
Yeah. Once we hit 4,000 subscribers, I'll, yeah. It'll be very special.
Okay.
All right.
Very special.
Very special. All right. See you guys. Say bye.
Bye.